What's up, Portland Timbers fans? Angel back. Another video after a great win from the Portland Timbers this weekend versus the Houston Dynamo. Ended up getting a victory 3-1 against Houston. Pretty amazing game. I was there in person. As you can hear, my voice kind of cracked. But yeah, man, just such a great game, great win, great everything overall. Just very happy with it. One thing I'm kind of wanting to talk about right away, Anthony just taking that next step. And honestly, I think in my first video, I mentioned how I want to see Anthony just take that next step and kind of become our guy, like that guy for us. I want him to be the star player for us. So, to see him having, really great matches especially these last three matches, he's having a rating over 8 in these last three matches. But I don't want to jump ahead too far myself, I want to kind of get into detail, break everything down one by one. But so we'll start off with first things first. Key takeaways: Felipe Mora finished with a 9.0 rating overall this game. He had 2 assists. Both assists were to Anthony on his goals scored, and Felipe Mora actually ended up scoring the first goal in the 6th minute. That was assisted by Santiago Moreno. Talking about Santiago Moreno, he's been having a great game. Just came back from injury. Very productive. He's shown his dominance, and man, we really needed him because since he's been back, we're just looking great. We're looking good. We have everybody back now. Mosquera's back. The only person we're missing at the moment is Jonathan Rodriguez, but I'll save that. Santiago back-to-back games with an assist. Last game, he assisted Anthony for a score against Colorado Rapids, which we won that game. And like I said, 6th minute, he ended up assisting Felipe Mora for a goal in the 6th minute. And then let's talk about Anthony, like I kind of just did in the beginning. But I love talking about Anthony. Anthony's my favorite player in the Portland Timbers. He's my second favorite player in the world. Our Erling Haaland got me into soccer again. So yeah, I love Erling Haaland. But let's talk about Anthony. Anthony ended up finishing this game with an 8.7 rating. That would have been his third man of the match, actually, if Felipe didn't finish with a 9.0. But like I said, Anthony's been balling out. He's looking great. And I can't wait to see what else he does for us. Next game against Austin. Then we had Diego Chara. The only reason why I want to bring up Diego is because obviously Diego, that's the guy right there. That's our captain. But he had a crucial moment where he ended up getting a yellow card. I don't believe, it should have contributed to a yellow card. I think it was a good contest. He ended up getting a yellow card. Houston Dynamo ended up getting a good pass from one of their players who ended up passing it to Franco Escobar. Ended up scoring off that yellow card. That was the only time Houston ended up scoring the whole game. I believe if it wasn't for that yellow card, James probably would have had a clean sheet again. But, small things like that. Small, a lot of questionable calls by the refs actually this game. I don't know what it is. I don't know if refs just don't like coming to Portland. They hate the weather. They hate our team. I don't know what it is. Look at the ref against LA Galaxy. Screwed us over. This guy ended up setting up a goal for Franco Escobar, messing up James' clean sheet. But talking about James still keeps looking good, man. I think that's our guy. I know Max plays for the Canada team and all that stuff, but maybe it's time. Nah, exactly. We should keep that. Definitely keep Max. But yeah, I don't think Max should. I think Max is gonna be riding the bench for a while. James is not looking bad, man. Like, honestly, looking great. So props to him. Let's go ahead and talk about the first half. First half was a very entertaining half. A lot of scoring, a lot of everything. Very energetic match. Crowd was into it. Timbers won the first half 2-1. Like I said, Mora scored in the 6th minute, and then we had my boy Anthony score in the 23rd minute. Both of those, like I said, involved Felipe Mora. And then in the second half, we ended up getting a 3-1 victory overall. Anthony ended up scoring in the 71st minute again. That 71st minute goal, definitely open box, goalie went to go contest. I believe it was Felipe's shot, if I remember correctly. Apologize if that's incorrect. But ended up, ball just flying to the far left. And I'm watching Anthony run. He's running. I'm like, nah, he's not going to catch up to, like, the angle. Him not catching up, like, nah, it's not going in. Catches up, puts it in at a nice little angle, scores. Oh, man, the crowd was hyped, man. Great game. Honestly, just overall, I think that's probably my second favorite game ever in person. My favorite game in person was definitely last year in August. I believe it was August. It was against St. Louis City, and I think we were down 3-0 or 3-1, 4-1 like that, something like that. We ended up coming back, tying up. It wasn't a win, but man, just the energy, it was just great. But definitely, this game right here was definitely my second favorite game ever in person. Another thing I want to talk about too is Kelvin Kelsey. I thought he was gonna have a you know good impact too when he came off the bench, and just like he did in Colorado, I thought he was gonna score right away. But he actually had a really great opportunity to score. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he started thinking too much. And when I say he was open, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, that was him. Like, bruh, 6'4", his stride's definitely there. He could definitely beat everybody else out. I don't know what he started doing. He started doing a little too much, tried to cut in, and his opportunity faded. I'm like, it would have been cool to see him score again, just to kind of build up his confidence. But yeah, great game, great overall win from the team. Another thing I want to talk about too is Zach McGraw didn't play again. Um, I believe he's not injured. I haven't checked into that. I just think maybe they haven't been playing him because when he does play, he gives up goals. He concedes goals. But yeah, back-to-back games where he doesn't play, team wins. Maybe it's time to cancel that 2-year extension and move on from. No, I'm just joking. No. Maybe he'll find his place again. But for now, we're looking great. That's why I wanted to bring up Jonathan Rodriguez. I used to say a lot. I kept saying. I'm like, man, hopefully once we get Jonathan Rodriguez back, we're gonna be good. I think we're good now. Um, I think with Jonathan Rodriguez is gonna mess up what we've built so far now. I don't want to see Santiago Moreno on the bench. I don't want to see Anthony on the bench. I don't want to see Felipe Mora on the bench. I don't want to change our lineup. I think where we're at right now with these last 3 matches. And if we're being honest, we should have one night match against LA Galaxy, so we should have 3 wins right now. But that's fine, move on. But I believe what we have right now is great, and I think when Jonathan comes back, he's not gonna want to come off. He's gonna come off the bench, obviously, the first couple games. But once he feels like he's 100% conditioned, feels great, he's gonna want to start. It's just who do we take off? Like, I don't know who do you decide? Because Santiago's playing great, Mora's playing great, Anthony's playing great. Like, who do you take off? Like, why would you take off 3 guys that are playing great right now? So that's definitely going to be a questionable decision by Phil Neville. Um, and I just know as Jonathan Rodriguez, he's the star. He is technically, I think, our best player overall. He has he's played with Medica, all that stuff. He scores. That's going to be hard to say, no, we're not going to start you. So, and then Jonathan Rodriguez feels like he should probably start. But who knows? Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions. Maybe Jonathan Rodriguez is just a team player. He just says, that's fine. I'll come off the bench. But then if he does that, does that mean we sit Kelvin Kelsey now? So, yeah, Phil Neville has a lot of things to start thinking about sooner or later. Still no timetable return for Jonathan Rodriguez. But until then, let's keep running it how we have it, keep winning matches. Next matchup is actually against Austin FC. We just played them on March 1st. Um, Timbers we ended up winning that match as well. We ended up winning in the 89th minute by David Da Costa's free kick. If you guys haven't watched that one, watch it. Definitely blockable. Didn't block it. We'll take it. 1-0 dub at home in Providence Park. Uh, Last match, Austin ran a 4-4-2 lineup. And I think this matchup will be very different for 2 specific reasons. Austin's obviously going to have their home crowd behind them, so it might be a little more competitive on their end. But I think we will be able to compete better. I think we'll end up winning this match at least 2-1. The reason why I say that is a lot of our newer players were playing in that game because we had so many injuries. And now that we don't, I remember that game we started Ariel Lassiter, we started Zach McGraw, and we started Joao Ortiz. He hasn't been playing. Oh, actually, Joao Ortiz actually came in this match. I know against Colorado, I don't think he played. Like I said in the beginning too, he was kind of struggling trying to find his footing. I think coming off the bench is his place. And so maybe, it proves us wrong and definitely starts, getting better. But yeah, Austin FC's first matchup against us, we weren't 100% healthy. We didn't look like a great team. And I think now we're definitely a great team. And I think we're going to take that victory pretty easily. But, this can happen in football. I think the second takeaway I was going to say too is, like I said, home field advantage. And, well, I mean, I guess I get 3. Second one was the injuries. But, last matchup, we ended up having 5 yellow cards against Austin FC. And that was in Providence Park. So, like I said, I don't know what it is with these refs. I don't think our players play dirty. I don't see how we get so many yellow cards. It's kind of really, crazy. I don't know if the MLS looks into these kind of things, and make sure the refs are not, are in check, I guess you could say. People make mistakes, but it just seems crazy how when these refs comes to Portland, I don't know, they just seem like they don't know what to do. They don't know how to do their job. So that's pretty much everything from me. After this Austin FC matchup, LAFC will be coming in town on the 19th of April. I'll be attending that match as well. But yeah, I think we get a fourth win in a row or third win in a row. LAFC is definitely a different beast, but we don't have to worry about that. We're just gonna stay focused on this upcoming match. Keep supporting the guys. Keep making sure they know we support them. And yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.